Hello, my name is Eric Edwards, and I'm an assistant professor and extension specialist in the Ag and Resource Economics Department at North Carolina State University. Together with a team of other North Carolina economists, I recently completed an economic impact assessment evaluating the contribution of the wild-caught commercial seafood industry to the economy of North Carolina. This was funded through a grant from the NC Commercial Fishing Resource Fund and the North Carolina Division of Marine Fisheries. In this presentation, I'm going to summarize our findings, explain what an economic impact analysis is, and provide some key conclusions. To learn more about our work, please visit the website on the slide, go.ncsu.edu/NC Seafood Demand. So let's start at the beginning. What is an economic impact assessment, or an EIA? An EIA is simply the adding up of some economic measure, like sales, gross domestic product, or GDP, jobs, etc., for a local economy due to some event. The event could be small, like building a new parking structure, or as large as a whole industry. In this work, we look at the impact on the entire state of North Carolina and the coastal regions separately of the entire wild-caught commercial seafood industry, as well as the four categories of seafood separately, as shown on the right side of this slide. To add up the impacts, it's important to remember that sales, or direct impacts, generate some additional economic impact throughout the state. When a fisher sells fish, they use some of that income to buy other inputs, like fuel or bait, and these purchases provide what are called indirect impacts. In addition, the fisher may have paid a deckhand or two to help catch the fish. And the impact of their salaries is called an induced impact. Our EIA will add up the three categories of impact: direct, indirect, and induced, across the impacts that fall on the entire state. As shown at right, the impact of wild-caught North Carolina seafood extends beyond the dock, and we follow the fish as they move throughout the economy in the state. To do so, we include the impact on four sectors: commercial harvesting, seafood dealers and processors, and the two main establishments that sell North Carolina seafood to consumers: restaurants and retailers. Overall, North Carolina seafood contributes almost $300 million to the state's GDP, the most commonly used measure of total economic output, and over 5,500 jobs in the state. The commercial harvesting sector had the largest statewide impact at $155 million. But the restaurant and retail sectors have been growing. As more North Carolina seafood is served to more North Carolina consumers, we get more impact. While commercial fishing takes place on the coast, most of the restaurant and retail impact occurs inland. So we evaluated economic impact both by fish type and by region. Fin fish like flounder and snapper provide the largest impacts at almost $100 million. Shrimp and crab together have an impact of just over $100 million, and wild-caught oysters contribute about $28 million to the state's economy. Note that these numbers do not include aquaculture. This is strictly wild-caught. Looking by region, we see the importance of the industry to our coastal economies. The economic impact in the North Coast region is almost $80 million and represents 1% of the total GDP, or total economic output, of the region. The Central and South Coast regions land a few fewer fish and have a slightly lower portion of their overall economy due to fishing and fishing-related sectors, but commercial fishing is still quite important in these coastal counties as well. And this leads us to our first key finding. It's simply that commercial fishing is crucial to the economies of the state's coastal counties. Moving past that, looking by sector, the downstream impacts really do differ. While finfish provide economic impact due to their sale in both restaurants and retail establishments, shrimp impacts are higher due to retail sales, as consumers buy them to cook and eat at home. while oyster impacts are weighted towards restaurant consumption, where consumers prefer to eat oysters. Interestingly, one of the state's most valuable fisheries, blue crab, provides little in-state impact beyond its harvest, as it is primarily exported out of North Carolina for final consumption. Finally, we compare seafood impact to other commodities in the state. North Carolina seafood has similar economic impact to the entire state's harvest of wheat, and nearly twice the economic impact of the state's peanut production. So thank you for watching this brief presentation. Please email me, eric.edwards@ncsu.edu, with any questions or comments. Thank you.